जय हिंद दोस्तों। भाई मेरे बहुत ही अच्छे, बहुत ही करीबी मित्र हैं अक्षय सिंह। वो बहुत ही इतने टैलेंटेड कलाकार हैं। और सुलग्ना पिंकी वो बहुत ही आप, और इनकी कहानी हम आपको सुनाएंगे ना भैया, आप खुद इतने इंस्पायर हो जाएंगे, इतनी प्रेरणा मिलेगी। अभी सामान बांधोगे और बोलोगे चलो भैया पहुंचो बंबई। क्योंकि इनकी जो स्टोरी है ना दोस्तों, उनसे आप लोग बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं। भाई पैंडेमिक जब आया था 2022 2020 में, उससे कुछ चंद एक साल पहले एक बंबई में फिल्म फेस्टिवल में, बहुत प्रेस्टिजियस फिल्म फेस्टिवल था, वहां पे हम एक बहुत पॉपुलर फिल्म थी, हमने वो फिल्म देखी नहीं थी उस टाइम पे। सब मारा मारी भाई, पिंकी ब्यूटी पार्लर किस स्क्रीन पे, किस थिएटर पे, किस टाइम पे, किस दिन लग रही है, वो जाओ, हर कोई बात कर रहा है, हर कोई बात कर रहा है फेस्टिवल में पिंकी ब्यूटी पार्लर। अच्छा, तब मुझे मालूम नहीं था कि ये मेरे दोस्त अक्षय ने बनाई है इसमें, और इसमें सुलग्ना है, और उसमें मुझे मालूम नहीं था इसके बारे में, और विश्वनाथ भी है, वो भी वो एनएसडी से पास आउट है। और तो फिर हमने कहा भाई आओ हम भी देखते हैं भाई, जिसकी वो होती है ना भेड़ चाल, एक हिंदुस्तान में एक मिठाई, तो मैं भी गया भेड़ चाल के चक्कर में भाई देखा आता है। एंड फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग, आई एम बीइंग वेरी ऑनेस्ट, आई डिडंट हैव मच एक्सपेक्टेशन फॉर सम रीजन। अब लगे ठीक है यार, दुनिया जा रही है, दिखाते हैं। मगर दोस्तों, अंदर थिएटर में दाखिल करना भैया वो भी एक कहानी है। इट वॉज सो जैम पैक्ड, और मारा मारी धक्कम धक्की, ये वो, हर कोई जा रहा है घुसे अंदर। फाइनली हम गए। What a meaningful film. But if you want to learn something, if you want entertainment also, if you want some cause also, it's got all, it touches upon the emotional chords, all the chords. सब कुछ है इसके अंदर, सब कुछ, मतलब आपको देखनी पड़ेगी। मैं ऐसे नहीं बोल रहा हूं, आपको देखनी पड़ेगी टू बिलीव व्हाट आई एम सेइंग एक्चुअली। एनीहाउ, ये फिल्म हम हुई, फेस्टिवल फिल्म थी, और बहुत फेस्टिवल में अवार्ड भी जीते, बहुत कई सारे अवार्ड जीते, राष्ट्रीय अंतरराष्ट्रीय। मुझे अब तक याद है वो दिन, फिल्म की स्क्रीनिंग के बाद सुलग्ना और अक्षय और जितने भी कास्ट क्रू मेंबर्स थे टीम के, वो स्टेज पे खड़े हुए थे। तो एक शख्स ने सवाल किया, आपको क्या लगता है कि ये फेस्टिवल फिल्म है और ये कम बजट में बनी है, क्या कंस्ट्रेंट्स थे, क्या चैलेंजेस थे, इनको पता होगा, आपको लगता है कि ये फिल्म रिलीज हो पाएगी? मेरे को अब तक वो याद है, आई स्टिल रिमेंबर द कन्विक्शन इन अक्षय's eyes and his voice and his body language. He said, भैया मैं एड़ी चोटी का जोर लगा दूंगा। वो देखिए एम्बैरस हो गए शायद अक्षय जी, हैं चले गए आगे वापस। ठीक है, मैं एड़ी चोटी का जोर लगा दूंगा, मगर मैं कसम खाता हूं मैं इस फिल्म को रिलीज पक्का कराऊंगा। सब हैरान भाई, लुक एट दैट कॉन्फिडेंस। एंड नाउ just yesterday it has been released, and let me tell you, it's received a superb response. I have seen this film and I can vouch with conviction, one of the best films you would have ever have seen. Anyhow, इसके बारे में मैं तो बोलते रहूंगा भैया दोस्तों, क्योंकि मैं तो खुद इतना बड़ा फैन हूं इन दोनों का, और खासतौर से इनकी फिल्म की पूरी टीम का। But this is not my fanboy moment, and here I am to tell you all what the film is actually about and the entire journey. And it's been quite a journey, I must say. Akshay and Sulagna, thank you very much, Jai Hind, and welcome to this conversation.
Thank you, thank you. I want to say Tagda Raho to you. My father was in the Assam regiment, so Tagda Raho, and very
अरे
glad to.
तगड़ा रहो। आई डिड नॉट, बताया बताया नहीं भैया, बताया नहीं। ये तो
नहीं
मैंने
बहुत
नहीं
सिखा
बताया,
लो,
मैं
मैं
चाहता था
आगे
कि
वालों
ये
को कभी नहीं
एक्चुअली
बोलूंगी।
ये इस
आपने
पे
मुझसे
रहे।
पूछा।
एक्चुअली मैं
Yes, sir.
चाहता तो बता सकता था अली, लेकिन मैंने जानबूझ के ये बात नहीं बताई, बिकॉज आई वांटेड दिस टू बी रिवील्ड इन द शो, कि वो एक बॉन्ड, जो एक
वाओ
कनेक्शन जो आने
मैन,
वाला है, दैट शुड बी एक्चुअली लाइव कनेक्शन होना चाहिए था।
wow yaar, wow. My instructor from academy, he was from Assam regiment, and he was, I didn't get commissioned in infantry, I went to the artillery, मगर मैं Assam rifles के साथ मैंने सर्विस करी मैंने।
Yes.
But really, and Akshay, please don't mind, but army officers or army or Fauji brats, I would say, defense brats, have a certain degree of element of smartness about them, huh, by the way. So we look down upon civilians. There's a
Totally
term
agree,
for them.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Nothing like that. We have now sort of understood that that's not the right thing to do.
I
But
know, I
yeah,
know, I know, I know.
bonding to hota hai, because we have the
I know.
BRAT stands for born, raised, and transferred. That's how our life is, and that's how we have grown up in different cities of these beautiful cities. We nahi, like small, small towns and almost villages of this beautiful country. So वो एक बॉन्ड होता है हर आर्मी किड का, आई थिंक बिकॉज ऑफ दैट एवरीबडी बॉन्ड्स, एंड जहाँ पे भी फौजी बच्चे मिलते तो फिर घंटों बात करते रहते, फिर बाकी लोग वेट करते थे कि हम भी कुछ बात करने का मौका मिलेगा क्या. So why you gonna let you speak, Akshay sir?
Right, I know. But before we begin, na,
वो
I would
मैं
like
भी
to
वही
say
सोच
that
रहा था.
Slugna Pinky has a very, very bright future. I can already predict. I am not going as because talented तो खैर वो है ही है, और हुनर भी है, and she's very good looking and she's very smart and everything. मगर सबसे बड़ी क्वालिटी मैं आपको बता दूँ, सबसे बड़ी क्वालिटी ये है that she hails from an army background. और आप देख लीजिए जितने भी फौजी ब्रैट्स हैं इंडस्ट्री में, जितने भी हैं, they are doing exceedingly well. So you have a very, very bright future. But anyhow,
Yes.
let's begin with how Akshay conceptuated how this idea came about making a film and why Pinky Beauty Parlor. Yes, Akshay.
So actually, see, the thing is, the idea, the seed. I mean, for most of the filmmakers or writers, comes from their own experience in life, right? So I also, because I lived in this society, I have grown up in a joint family. So I've seen all this, the color bias and discrimination that I've seen among my, family members, and especially, uh, uh, I grew up with a lot of cousins. So yeah, I saw that discrimination happening between two of my sisters. One of them is very fair and one of them is not that fair. So I've seen people, especially the family members or relatives who coming over, and you can understand the वो लाड एंड दैट वो जो शावर करते हैं अपना अफेक्शन, वो बहुत ही क्लियरली दिखता है कि जो ज़्यादा फेयर है वही ज़्यादा क्यूट और प्यारी लगती है, दूसरे को थोड़ा जो है इग्नोर कर दिया जाता है. तो समवेयर this thing had, I mean, I'm sure it must have impacted me in not a very good way, that when I thought of writing a script and thought of कि this should be my debut film, this that theme or this whatever experience that I had in my life, that popped up in my head, and I was like, okay, let me just address this issue. And as a maker, I mean, obviously, as a maker, you're also a responsible citizen. So I was like, okay, let me address this issue. But being a filmmaker, I wanted to address it in a very entertaining manner. So I guess that's the reason why I was writing drafts after drafts and not getting satisfied with the draft, which I could say, okay, this is my shooting draft. So I think it was the 16th draft that I was quite comfortable, and I could go and bounce it off to Bonni Shikha, who's also my wife and a very fab writer. So मैं डरते डरते उनको मैंने सुना दिया, and she liked it. I mean, idea मैंने पहले सुनाया था, but obviously she didn't think कि मतलब वो कैसे शेप अप होगा. So जब मैं शेप अप करके फाइनली जब मैंने स्क्रिप्ट सुना, मुझे नरेशन बहुत मजा आता है. तो मैंने प्रॉपर नरेशन दिया, बिकॉज आई एम ऑल्सो एन एक्टर, तो मैं वो पूरा इनैक्ट उनैक्ट करके बताता हूँ. सो मैंने नरेशन दिया, शी रियली लव्ड द होल नैरेटिव कि यार ये एक ऐसे इशू को इतने इस तरीके के एंटरटेनिंग नैरेटिव से परोसा जा सकता है. So I guess that's how it all happened, and then everything started falling into place. But the script was the thing where I worked hard the most.
Right. And सबसे बड़ी स्टार तो मैं बोलूंगा इस फिल्म का जो है, it is the script, the story, the content, and the way you have gone about treating it. So when this idea occurred to you, did you actually believe that this will actually turn into reality और वो फिल्म बनेगी और वो रिलीज भी होएगी? क्या आपको इतना यकीन था उस टाइम पे?
See, actually क्या है ना, I think वो यकीन, वो उम्मीद, वो hope जो है, I think that is what drives every passionate or crazy person to actually manifest that dream. So obviously I was thinking, yeah, I'll make a film, and at that point of time I was not thinking of OTT or anything else. I was like, okay, this film. And when you grow up watching films and you are a big movie buff, so you don't think anything else but to keep, I want to make a film and that will go into theaters. So I was thinking all that. But when I started off, I was like, anyhow, somehow I just want to make that script the way I want to make it. So that's how we became producers also of the film. Like initially we had a producer on board. For a couple of months we kind of to and fro happened, giving narrations here and there. But finally we decided we want to do it on our own. So we went at, okay, we will put in whatever money we have, whatever savings we had, we'll put that, and we'll make the, at least we'll try to make the script the way we want to make it.
So, Akshay, do you think to make a film you need Money mainly. What do you go by? We'll take Slagna's view also on this. Money or passion.
I think, money is important. I'm not saying money is not important, but yeah, the first and the foremost thing is that passion, that fire in your belly. You will be able to take crazy decisions. And why I'm saying crazy decisions, because this is like a gamble. This is like a black hole. You really can't predict anything. So you have to be crazy enough to take that call, and that craziness comes from that passion. So passion is the most important thing. I'm sure Sulagna and you both will agree with me.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. So मैं tell you one thing, you come from a फौजी background, आपकी upbringing तो बिल्कुल फौजी माहौल जो होता है, मैं जानता हूँ इतने अच्छे से बड़े अच्छे. Why we have a chip over our shoulders, pardon me actually for saying this, is because we have traveled so much. हमने इतनी किताबें पढ़ी, इतने लोगों से मिले हैं, अलग अलग भाषाओं से, tasted different cuisines in different states, different cultures. So we feel, अरे हमारा एक्सपोजर ज्यादा है. सॉरी हाँ अक्षय, ऐसा माफ करना भाई, अब दो हो गए ना. Purity wins. So we have purity over here. तो फौज
I'm
करेंगे हम.
feeling left
ये
out, yaar. I'm feeling left out and jealous of you guys.
तो लगता है आपने ये बताइए,
No, but
ये एक्ट्रेस बनने का ख्याल आपके दिमाग में, जहन से कैसे गुजरा आप?
सो लाइक यू सेड, हमारी अपब्रिंगिंग, हम लोग को आदत होती है कि हम 8 फुट बाय 8 फुट के घर, मतलब कमरे में भी रहेंगे और बंगले में भी रहेंगे, मतलब सब चीज की आदत होती है. सो मेन थिंग दैट अ फौजी लाइफ गिव्स यू इज एडजस्टिंग. यू कैन एडजस्ट एनीवेयर. यू, नो मैटर व्हाट द सिचुएशन इज, यू कैन काम चला लेते हैं हम. दैट्स द मेन थिंग दैट यू लर्न बीइंग अ फौजी ब्रैट born raised in transport. But as like growing up, I never even, मतलब मैं अपना मुंह खोल के कभी बोला भी नहीं कि मुझे एक्टर बनना है, बिकॉज आई रिमेम्बर दिस वेरी डिस्टिंक्टिवली. When I was in class 6th, I think a friend of mine in my class said that I want to be an actress when I grow up. So the entire class started making fun of her कि अपने आप को बड़ा सुंदर समझती है कि इसको एक्ट्रेस बनना है, because I think the only criteria back then, if you want to be an actor, is that you have to be beautiful, right? So when I saw everyone teasing her, I was like, okay, that's something I can never do or whatever. I just kept it under wraps. And after my 12th class, actually, I was giving a lot of, filling her profession के जो भी form आ रहा है, सब कुछ सब भर दो, सारे exams दे दो. And each time I would do that, I'm like, अरे हाँ, ये तो मैं ये भी कर सकती हूँ. Wow. I would just imagine myself doing that job. Be it NIFT का भरा तो fashion designer सोच रही हूँ, इसका भरा engineering का करा तो ये सोच रही हूँ. But of course, somewhere I always wanted to be an actor. I never said it. And I actually started working right after my 12th class. So I was working as an actor, as a professional actor, very, very soon before I could even, think, okay, this is what I wanted all my life, and it has happened. But I never said it out loud, because, like every other middle class child, it is डॉक्टर इंजीनियर डॉक्टर. तब तो यूट्यूबर वाला था नहीं ना ट्रेंड, अब आ गया है. अब तो हर बच्चे को यही सब करना है. इट्स वेरी नॉर्मल. एंड लाइक kids today are much well informed and connected. They know how to go about it. And once I became, like when I was in the journey of becoming an actor, I would always think कि वैसे देखा जाए तो हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में अगर जो फिल्म फैमिली से वो सब एक्ट्रेसेस है, और जितनी बाकी एक्ट्रेसेस है मोस्टली डिफेंस फैमिली से. बीट प्रियंका चोपड़ा, प्रीति जिंटा, अनुष्का शर्मा, यू नेम इट, सुष्मिता सेन. इट्स ऑलवेज आर्मी, नेवी, Air Force, Neha Dhupia. There's so many from the same background. And in fact, I took part in May Queen, which is our, we have a beauty pageant with defense girls, which I think is much tougher than Miss India level also, because all the girls are automatically very well groomed. So cracking that I was the first runner up in May Queen, and that's how my journey started from there. So yeah, again, I have the defense to thank for that journey. My acting journey actually started with May Queen.
I got to give you a high five. I was May Prince in Secunderabad. Okay, and I was the first runner up, by the way.
Same
Okay.
pinch.
But आप मे क्वीन कौन से, कहाँ पे, कि किस, which station was that?
DSI, Delhi DSI.
Oh अरे क्या बात, that is even tougher भैया, वो तो उसका
Yeah,
स्टैंडर्ड ही अलग है अक्षय. सुपर. अक्षय, जब आप ये फिल्म बनाए थे, आपके जहन में सबसे पहले तो कास्टिंग के कैरेक्टर्स, and how did you think of casting about the kids? There's some very good friends of mine in this film, and I was very happy to see them on screen, and they deserve to be there, and they deserve, and I'm 100% sure a lot of good work is going to follow after this film has already been released, and after this film picks up more. मोमेंटम. So आपके जहन में कास्टिंग का कैसे आया? Did you take a casting director? क्या आपने इसकी कास्टिंग खुद करी? कैसे? How did you go about casting? And I'm very angry with you. You didn't think of me for casting.
They-
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, I'm so.
Yeah, just kidding.
I'm being
Please
fair.
go ahead.
I
Please
mean,
go ahead.
I don't know, but yeah, yeah, you were not fitting in any of the characters. I'm so sorry. So,
Go ahead, please. Just kidding.
anyways, see, the thing is, we could not afford a casting director. So, whatever budget we had, it should go into the production. That's what we had thought. So yes, all the friends, and we were like, I was talking to friends, but few casting when I was writing the script, like Vishwanath for that matter, who plays Inspector Jata Shankar in the film. I always had him in the mind. So when I narrated him and I was like, I want you to do this role. So उसके बाद हम लोग एक बार एक meeting के लिए गए थे, and he was like, please don't tell them that you want me in the role, because it might go against you and all that. And when the meeting started, the first thing I said was, this is the role that Vishwanath is going to do. I was that confident about Vishwanath doing that role. So I was very clear and for the role that I played, it was like people keep asking me, why did you, how did you decide to play that? So that was the last casting, kind of last casting, that I was like, initially I wanted to just concentrate on my direction, because that was my directorial debut. I didn't want to mess around with it. But like I said, I love doing the narrations. So मैं जब भी narrations करता था, whether it was for my DOP or my production designer or anybody or the actors, So during those narrations, I started getting feedback from my team only. I think they said you are the best one to play that role. I said okay, fine. But I think the reason behind is he's the only guy who gets slapped, who get beaten up by jhadu, who gets beaten up by chappals. He's tortured, and so I think that's why I played that role. I didn't want anything between the mid. So anyway, so what happened? Sulagna's casting, that was the most difficult for me to be, you know. And I was not at all satisfied with the people that I was meeting. I was like, no, man, no, this is not what I want. I mean, sometimes you have something in your head, but you really can't come up with or anybody you're meeting, and I didn't want to compromise, and you won't believe the date that we had decided yes, this is the date we are going to shoot the film there, because my film is based in and around Dashera, so I cannot push the Dashera dates, and I was hell bent that I'm going to shoot at that date. And I think Sulagna, it week before we went to the shoot, you came on board. If I'm
Yeah.
wrong, I don't remember now. थोड़ा
Yeah,
time हो
yeah,
गया.
yeah, yeah. A week,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm.
So, but I was I was dead sure that I'm going to get my perfect cast, whatever I had in my mind. But I was like meeting people, and pre-production was going like full swing. सब कुछ चल रहा था. And then suddenly I met and bang on. मतलब I was like, oh, this is my Pinky. This is my Pinky. कोई लेना देना नहीं है. I don't want to meet anybody after that. I narrated to her, and I'm so glad that she immediately she agreed. Yeah, I want to do
Yeah.
it. I was like, okay, fine, sorted. So and like you want to answer one more thing that initially you'd ask कि film कैसे बनी passion से अपने. So उसमें दूसरा अगर पहला passion people, दूसरा people है, because the people that we today were the people, every department, with the kind of intentions they came on board, with the kind of energy and the kind of love they showered on this film was like amazing. तो तीसरी चीज
Yeah.
पैसा आई एक्चुअली, पहला पैशन था, दूसरा people, and तीसरा पैसा. So, yeah, and I'm so glad. I have only gratitude, deepest gratitude for everybody involved with the film, every department, the way they contributed. Hats off to them. I just love them.
Super.
And they all did because of him, because he's such a nice person that everyone was actually considering कि ये हमारी film है और सब लोग वैसे ही काम कर रहे थे. So it was
Nice.
actually like a holiday for us.
आपकी पूरी टीम ना, it all comes from the top. मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि because actually the captain of the ship was such a good guy, so automatically things had to fall in its place. Now, Sulagna, tell me one thing. Now with effect from the film releasing since yesterday, actually the same is for you. अब आप formally officially registered हो गए हैं as hero, as heroine, as क्योंकि फिल्म रिलीज हो गई है भैया, जब तक रिलीज नहीं होती तो ठीक है, यू कैन, यू आर एक्टर फाइन। ये तो प्रॉपर मेन स्ट्रीम स्टार होता है ना कि प्रॉपर, लाइक आई रिमेंबर 1999 में मैं, सईद मिर्जा वाज शूटिंग अ फिल्म इन आवर कॉलेज एंड वी हैड कम फ्रॉम एफटीआई मेकिंग अ डिप्लोमा फिल्म। तो मैं कहा सर मेरे को इसमें एक्टिंग करनी है, आई सॉ द शूटिंग हैपनिंग इन अ कॉलेज, समवन सॉ मी आस्किंग हिम, ओए तेरे को हीरो बनना है क्या? सो दैट वाज द टर्म इज हीरो बनने का आएगा, यू नो, लाइक लगना यू कैन रिलेट टू दैट कि एक्टर बनना है, मतलब पीपल थिंक ओ so and so thinks so and so is very good looking. Arey, where's good looks got to do with it? Yes, your talent. And I've
Yes.
seen your work. I've seen both your work. I think on screen, tremendous screen presence, tremendous work. पहली बात तो आपने कहीं पे दोनों, this question is for both of you. So लगना for you first and then actually you can answer after that कि आपने कहीं पे फॉर्मल ऑफिशियल ट्रेनिंग ली है? क्योंकि जिस तरीके से आपने डिलीवर किया है, इट इज वेरी एविडेंट दैट यू गाइस आर ट्रेन्ड एक्टर्स. Lagna, first you may answer, please.
So I actually started with television. I did workshops and all here and there. I'm not a formally trained actor at all. बट मुझे ये लगता है कि अगर कहा जाए कि प्रैक्टिस मेक्स अ मैन परफेक्ट, तो टीवी एक ऐसा मीडियम है जिसमें आपको प्रैक्टिस बहुत मिल जाती है, बिकॉज आप हर दिन कर रहे हैं शूटिंग, राइट? यूर शूटिंग एवरी डे. नाउ दैट प्रैक्टिस कैन बी रॉन्ग प्रैक्टिस ऑल्सो. यू कुड बिकम अ बैड एक्टर ऑल्सो डूइंग, यू नो, बैड if you're not performing the scene well. ना आई थिंक थैंकफुली और वट एवर आई वुड से, मैं स्टार बनी नहीं. सो अगर मैं स्टार बन जाती तो शायद मेरी एक्टिंग की जर्नी रुक जाती. बट आई गेस दैट hunger stays when you want to prove yourself, you want to learn more. So I'm a self taught actor. I have taught myself. I have spent hours on myself thinking how I can use my real life like the way I am and enhance it and use it when I'm playing a character, and different techniques I would learn from a lot of people. I go for workshops and all that, but I'm not a trained actor at all. Like, I wouldn't consider myself a trained actor. I'm a trained on set actor, yeah, maybe that can be said, but not a trained actor. And but I'm still a learning actor. I'm still hungry. I want to be trained more. I want to learn more things. I want to enhance my craft. So it's a journey and it's still going on.
As a wise man once said, stay hungry, stay foolish. And you know,
Yes.
then you would want to crave for more. And when you think you've
Actors
arrived, you don't
always
know where to
कहते हैं,
go.
पतला
Right.
रहना पड़ता है.
Akshay, how about you? Akshay, how about you? Did you take any formal
I'm a
training
trained
in this
actor.
craft?
Yes.
Right. And would you like to share with us
Yeah,
from where?
you know, yeah, I just want. I also have an army connection. Let me just make it clear. So why I've done my schoolings from a school called Cayman Hall in Dehradun, which was based in
Oh,
cantonment
okay.
area, and it was
Of course.
filled
Clement
with
down with that. Clement down.
army, you know, kids.
Clement
You
down.
know, they would come in that Shaktiman truck. You know, I still remember Shaktiman, huge Shaktiman trucks.
The 3 ton.
So yes, I have that
Shaktiman.
connection now. Oh God, I was thinking,
Right.
yeah, I
Yeah.
find out. I grew up. I was there.
Right. और आपने ट्रेनिंग कहाँ से करी अक्षय in the craft? Your screen. I think you must be getting a call perhaps from your phone you're using, क्योंकि आप travel कर रहे हैं ना, तो आप may not be carrying a laptop. आपको call, you must be getting a call. That's why perhaps. And it'll get sorted out. Until then, Sulangna, I'll tell you one thing. तो
Yeah.
आप जब बॉम्बे आई शुरुआत में, कितनी दिक्कत हुई आपको? Because did you come with some known connection, some family background, some relatives, some friends, or just came अनजान अंधेर नगरी में आप आई बम्बई?
मैं आई अनजान अंधेरी नगर में, बट सीधा कोलाबा कैंटोनमेंट में. सो दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ बीइंग एन आर्मी किड की एटलीस्ट कैंट है, आप आराम कर, मतलब सैनिक कुछ कहीं पे तो रह सकते हो आराम से. तो सागरिका था अपना कोलाबा में, दैट्स वेयर आई स्टेड व्हेन आई फर्स्ट केम. बट आई हैड एक्चुअली कम टू ऑडिशन फॉर माय फर्स्ट शो व्हिच वाज अंबरधरा. मैं उसी के ऑडिशन के लिए बॉम्बे आई थी, एंड like it worked, but that never happens. But uske liye bhi I came for like for a week. I auditioned, then I went back home. I forgot about it कि कुछ होने नहीं वाला है. Then फिर again I came for 10-15 days. Then I went back home for the same show, not auditioning for other things, for that one show. And then I went back. Then finally I got a call, and 31st March I moved here, and then I've been here since then. And that was My first show I got like that, but after that the struggle was, I won't say struggle, I would say trying. That is because that's what we're doing. We're trying to get a role, get a character. So yeah, that has been very very tough. But it's been a learning experience. I think मैं अपने friends, बाकी friends को ये बोलती हूँ कि तुम लोग लाइफ में कितने इंटरव्यू देते हो, एक दो चार पाँच छः 10 15 हम हफ्ते में 4 5 इंटरव्यू देते हैं, बिकॉज मिनिमम हमारे 5 ऑडिशन तो होते हैं एक हफ्ते में, लाइक मिनिमम आई एम सेइंग, sometimes more sometimes less. So every week we are giving auditions and getting rejected. So I think that's where the heart of steel comes from the army, ki you have that patience and you don't get dejected from rejections. So that upbringing really helps you when you come here, and you are never crestfallen, I guess. और कुछ ज्यादा
Right,
बुरा लगता है
right.
तो अपने आप को बोलते हैं तगड़ा रहो एंड वी मूव ऑन.
अरे वाह वाह वाह,
एंड
क्या
राइनो
क्या
चार्ज.
क्या खूब कहा, क्या खूब कहा. Actually, your connection had gone off बीच में. I think I presume you're using your phone since you're traveling. तो आपको कॉल आ रही होगी तो इसलिए वो. Can you hear us, Akshay? I think you've got a bit mesmerized by Sulagna, the lead actress of the film. तो Akshay थोड़ा mesmerized हो
बहुत
गए
कम
आपको
के
सुन
लिए
के.
सब मुझसे मैसेज क्यों.
Can you hear us, Akshay? Okay, fine.
कनेक्शन
Once Akshay is,
में भी.
जी, it's back. It could be bad. So Sulagna,
हाँ.
tell me, how has been the response of this film since it released yesterday? आप बताइए मेरे को इसके बारे में. You must be
So
getting a lot of calls, messages, and whatnot.
it's been mostly like a lot of people are usually come up to us and say that how they have seen this in their family, this discrimination, they have seen it so much. So many people come up and tell us that, oh, meri sister exactly same story, color difference, and everybody will say ki rang daba hua hai. And because this is such, like, I wish this wasn't common, that's what we're trying to do with the film, that this is something which doesn't remain common, and everybody realizes that skin color doesn't determine how beautiful you are, or it's just your personality and the way you look. And I have always like loved dusky women, always.
Yeah,
तो
yeah.
मुझे समझ नहीं आता कि दूसरों को क्यों, मतलब why would they say such a thing, why would they say कि ओ नहीं वो सुंदर नहीं, मतलब सुंदर किसी नहीं, सुंदर तो है. So I would think am I wrong, or is the world, like, the perception wrong? I just couldn't understand. I would really find dusky women gorgeous, and other people would be like कि अरे the same which हमने पिक्चर में दिखाई कि रंग दबा हुआ है, or something else they will say. And I think it's also a lot of conditioning where you see everything in television कि अगर you're not fair you'll not get a job. If like मेरे को अपनी फेयरनेस का लाइफ में कभी कुछ फायदा नहीं हुआ. I mean, मतलब not that कि मतलब obviously it doesn't work like that कि तुम गोरे हो तो तुमको जॉब मिलेगा, तुम गोरे हो तो तुमको ये होगा. Of course I am very privileged, unfortunately this is how it. So I haven't faced anything like that in my life, but I have always said no to any fairness cream, because मुझे शुरू से ही पता था कि ये चीज तो गलत है भाई. You can't tell people कि 15 दिन में गोरे हो जाओगे. And so many of my friends, I remember, they would use these creams and they would tell me कि अरे नहीं सच में हो जाते हैं. And they would be so scared to get tanned and they would not go out and play because अरे tan हो जाएगा, swimming सुबह नहीं कर सकते, tan हो जाएगा, so many other things. So it is just so ingrained in us that ki fair is beautiful and dark is not. So I hope that it changes and this topic doesn't remain relevant. I think that's the main thing we are trying to do with this.
Right. That's very well said. So Akshay, now tell me, आपने casting कर ली, आपने funds, आपने, you did it all through your own savings, or all through your own personal savings. You are a very rich man, I must say. कुछ कह जा रहे हैं अक्षय आप? Your voice, I think आप mute पे आ गए मेरे ख्याल से.
Mute,
I
mute.
think your mute has been pressed by any chance.
I think वहाँ signal खराब होगा ना.
हाँ, सिग्नल खराब होगा.
हाँ.
आप just check your mute icon. I think your mute दबा होगा मेरे ख्याल से, because Vishwanath is a trained actor and I know him Vishwanath since NSD days. जब वो student थे first year में NSD में, तो मैं I think 2000 early 2000s 2002 or something. I know him since then. Yeah, Akshay, can you hear me? Just show your thumbs up if you can hear me.
Wait, I'll do it.
Doesn't matter. He'll I'm sure he'll join back. I'm sure he'll join back. It's not is it okay? I mean,
Yeah.
if you just don't share the entire story, but just a gist for people, because बहुत लोग अब तक सोच रहे हैं ये क्या गोरे करे की बात कर रहे हैं, और पिंकी ब्यूटी पार्लर, और व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन. जिन्होंने फिल्म अब तक नहीं देखी हो, और जिन्होंने
Mhm.
फिल्म नहीं देखी हो, मैं आपसे इल्तिजा करता हूँ, आपसे दरखास्त करता हूँ, आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ, बल्कि रिक्वेस्ट क्या, मैं अभी इट बी योर लॉस if you don't see this film, your loss. So if you want to gain something, guys, go and watch this film. If you don't want to gain something, then भाई पीछे रहो, कोई बात नहीं, मत देखो, है आपकी मर्जी. मैं तो ये बोलूंगा. So tell me, can you just share a gist about, because ये लोग wonder कर रहे होंगे. I know it, you know it, of course. For people who haven't seen it, just tell the gist
Mhm.
about it, if you
सो
can.
द फिल्म इज कॉल्ड पिंकी ब्यूटी पार्लर. मेरा नाम पिंकी है और जो पार्लर है वो मेरे नाम पे है, बट एक्चुअली मेरी जो एल्डर सिस्टर है वो पार्लर चलाती है. नाउ द होल स्टोरी इज दैट शी इज डस्की एंड आई एम फेयर बिकॉज आई लुक लाइक माई मदर एंड शी लुक्स लाइक फादर. So that's the main thing. And how this color difference, this thing which might seem very small to someone, makes such a huge impact on their lives. How everybody just बोलते आते जाते बोलते हैं, अरे आप दोनों तो बहनें नहीं लगती, अरे वो तो इतनी गोरी है, आप तो उतनी गोरी नहीं है, आपका तो रंग दबा हुआ है. सो हाउ दिस सोसाइटी taunting her throughout, affects her mental health. That is basically what we are trying to show in the film. Also showing how, like, not just these two characters, everyone around, like, अगर एक कैरेक्टर जो पुलिस में है, उनकी बेटी के लिए भी वो फेयरनेस क्रीम खरीद रहे हैं. हाउ हाउ मच पीपल आर obsessed with being fair. So although it sounds like a very normal topic, but people who go through this know the pain of it. And as Akshay sir has shared, after the film also you'll see the data where people have taken drastic steps because of this, because of the society taunting them for their skin color. And but yet it's a very light film on a very serious and dark topic. It's a dark comedy. So it's a thriller as well, so it's entertaining throughout the film. आप सोचते रहो कि क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं है. It's like edge of the seat, you keep thinking कि क्या होने वाला है. So I think for me the best part is जब आप फिल्म में प्रिडिक्ट ना कर सको कि आगे क्या होने वाला है, तो बहुत एंटरटेनिंग है. एंड साथ ही साथ एक ब्यूटीफुल मैसेज है. एंड आई डोंट थिंक कि आप ये फिल्म देखेंगे घर जाएंगे और सो जाएंगे. आप ये फिल्म अगर देखेंगे घर जाएंगे तो बहुत डिस्कशन करेंगे अबाउट दिस वेरी टॉपिक, because in every family you see this discrimination. It's there everywhere. So this is what we are trying to do with the film, to start a conversation and to start unlearning, as sir says. We have to unlearn what has been taught over the years, our conditioning about skin color.
वेरी वेल सेड, वेरी वेल सेड. भाई मैं ऐसे लोग जानता हूँ जो खुद गोरे भी हैं, ऑलरेडी गोरे हैं, बहुत गोरे हैं, फिर भी वो फेस क्रीम
हाँ.
लगा के सोते हैं.
हाँ. कि मतलब कितने इतने गोरे होने के बाद भी दे विल वेयर अ हैट. एंड ये तो खैर मैं जब बाहर भी जाती हूँ तो आई थिंक फ्रॉम साउथ ईस्ट एशिया में फेयरनेस का बहुत वो है. एंड इवन पीपल फ्रॉम चाइना एंड other places, they will always wear these big caps, and every 2 minutes they'll put sunblock and they'll have this umbrella and everything, because they don't want to get tanned. But I myself love getting tanned. In fact, I was just on a holiday recently. So some मुझे बोलते कि how do you protect yourself from tan? I'm like, I don't. I want to tan. I like a tan, and it looks so
अगेन हाई
nice.
फाइव,
It's a lovely
अगेन हाई
glow.
फाइव. मैं
Yeah.
एक साल में गोवा 7 बार गया, एक साल में गोवा 7 बार टैन होने को. खूब मेहनत करी, खूब बुखार तक ऑलमोस्ट हो गया था धूप पे बैठे बैठे, मगर वो
But
भी
why,
कर.
like, white people are obsessed to get brown, brown people are obsessed to get white. Yeah, every color wants to change their color. So yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. Actually, can you hear us? Let's see if we can hear you.
Yeah.
Akshay, can you hear us?
Can't
नहीं,
hear.
आपका म्यूट दब गया है मेरे ख्याल से, अक्षय. अच्छा, ऐसे करके बताइए, कैन यू हियर अस? You can? Okay, you can hear us. All right, fine. So if you can't, अगर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है, आप साइन लैंग्वेज में ही, आप, if you can hear us, आप साइन लैंग्वेज में ही कम्युनिकेट कर दीजिए, ठीक है? Done? Yes, sir? Okay, fine, fine.
He can hear
पता है,
us. You can hear us,
all right,
right? But
right.
we can't hear you.
मैंने पिंकी ब्यूटी पार्लर देखने से पहले मैंने एक फिल्म देखी थी कॉल्ड जॉन डे, ठीक है? उसमें मेरे अंकल नसीर साहब थे और रणदीप हुड्डा थे और सनी देओल द पिज्जा डिलीवरी बॉय एंड मैं उनको देखा भाई फिल्म में एंड देन वेरी गुड एक्टर एंड आई वाज आस्किंग हु इज दिस एक्टर यार आई मीन पिज्जा डिलीवरी बॉय वेरी वेरी नाइस एंड नो वन कुड रियली एक्चुअली गिव मी अ कॉन्क्रीट आंसर फिर जब मैंने पिंकी ब्यूटी पार्लर देखी अरे ही इज हियर तो फिर मैंने देखा यू नो व्हाट टॉकिंग अबाउट लगना तो मैं
सॉरी।
पांडे जी शायद उनका नाम है अक्षय तो लॉक्ड आउट
हाँ,
आई
you'll have
थिंक
to
हिज
I
नेम
guess log
इज या अक्षय will log in again or
in.
I'll give him a call I am forgetting the actor's name I think पांडे जी उनका नाम है नहीं
पिंकी में कौन सा कैरेक्टर आप बताएंगे तो?
I have kind of forgotten but he's a very good actor I will याद आएगा I will tell you
ओके।
so tell me more
अभय
about
जोशी,
जी
अभय जोशी की बात कर रहे हैं क्या?
नहीं अभय जोशी नहीं it was some other I will चलो जहन में आएगा तो I will tell you so tell me after you shot for Pinky Beauty Parlour and अच्छा, one more thing I have I noticed I knew your name was Slugna but I did not know your name is Slugna Pinky or is it because of the film that you've put it as Slugna Pinky
Oh, this I think I don't know how it happened. Also, Lagna Pani Gray. It's not Pinky, no. I think because of the film they put it in Pinky. Yeah.
no who's they ये ले किसी ने लिए आप ही ने
नहीं,
लगाया
मतलब
भैया
मैं मतलब when I was logging in तब गड़बड़ हो गया, मैंने नहीं किया था, but हाँ मैं हेल्प ले रही थी because technically I'm very challenged, so yeah.
ओके सेम है
It's
यार
Pani Gray.
ये एक्टर में है मेरे ख्याल से how to create
No,
a
no, my
become a
surname
creative
is
better
Pani Gray. My father was in the army, and Pani Gray because I'm originally from Odisha, but as you know, फौजी तो हिंदुस्तानी होते हैं पूरे.
तो आपको और भी होता होगा कि भाई उड़ीसा में खास तौर से दे मस्ट बी कॉलिंग यू अ फॉरेनर आप अगर गो टू अक्षय इज जॉइंड एंड आई थिंक ही इज ट्राइंग टू
Yeah.
जॉइन एंड लेट मी इट सेज डिवाइस इज नॉट कनेक्टेड हिज डिवाइस या नाउ इट इज सो होपफुली तो उड़ीसा में तो आपको और अगेन ही इज गॉन दिस थिंग उड़ीसा में आपको फॉरेनर मानते होंगे लोग
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है क्योंकि आई डोंट नो लोगों का ये परसेप्शन क्यों है कि ओडिशा के लोगों का स्किन कलर डार्क होता है या स्किन कलर अलग होता है. इनफैक्ट माय फैमिली, माय ग्रैंडमदर इज so many shades fairer than me and mostly people have blue eyes or brown eyes in my family, in my dadi's side mostly all of them have like bluish eyes or brown eyes or you know that brown green mix. Eyes का ये बहुत ओडिशा में है but like everybody will have sort of brownish eyes. Mostly I've seen उड़ीसा में सबकी ब्राउन टाइप की आंखें होती है. तो आई थिंक लोगों को एक्चुअली पता नहीं उड़ीसा के लोग दिखते कैसे हैं क्योंकि मेरे साथ तो इतना हो रखा है कि लोग मुझे नहीं आप उड़ीसा के आप पंजाबी हो गए, आपको पता नहीं होगा. मतलब अरे मुझे खुद नहीं पता होगा मैं ओरिजिनली कहाँ से हूँ. सो दैट हैपेंस अ लॉट बिकॉज पीपल अगेन हैव दिस बायस्ड कि अरे अगर आप गोरी है तो आप उड़ीसा की कैसे हो सकती है. एंड इट डजंट, हर स्टेट में हर तरह के लोग होते हैं. हेमा मालिनी भी तो यू नो शी इज आल्सो फ्रॉम डाउन साउथ बट ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. पीपल जस्ट थिंक कि अगर आपका स्किन डार्क है तो आप साउथ इंडियन हो, अगर आपका स्किन फेयर है तो आप नॉर्थ इंडियन हो. बट इंडिया इज अ ब्यूटीफुल कंट्री वेयर एवरीबॉडी इज मिंगल्ड फ्रॉम एवरीवेयर एंड इट डजंट मैटर.
एक्चुअली मैंने उस पर्सपेक्टिव नहीं से नहीं पूछा था मैं इससे देखा था क्योंकि पुरी में इन द जगन्नाथ टेम्पल्स देयर लॉट ऑफ फॉरेनर्स हु कम देयर इन फैक्ट टू कटक टू भुवनेश्वर ऑन विजिट सो क्योंकि ऑलरेडी इतने फॉरेनर्स वहां पे आ रहे हैं तो बी मर्जिंग व्हेन यू वुड बी गोइंग टू अ म्यूजियम जो 50 रुपए का टिकट होता है जो हिंदुस्तानी के लिए और फिर हम फॉरेनर के लिए 100 रुपए का टिकट होता है तो आपसे 100 रुपए का टिकट कटवा देते होंगे ऐसा
मैं तो सीधा ओडिया में बात करती हूँ ना. तो ये एक्चुअली मेरे साथ हुआ, मेरे साथ नहीं, मेरे एक्चुअली फैमिली के साथ हुआ था विद माय फादर. वी वर इन पुरी जगन्नाथ ओनली सो दे वर ट्राइंग टू सेल समथिंग कि ये खरीद एंड हिंदी में बात कर रहे थे क्योंकि उनको भी लगा होगा शायद कि हम लोग बाहर से हैं बिकॉज माय फादर भी ऐसे लंबे चौड़े एकदम फौजी गुड लुकिंग मैन ही इज. सो उनको भी ऐसे वो बात कर रहे थे तो माय फादर जस्ट टर्न एंड सेड इन ओडिया कि क्या पहचान नहीं रहे अपने लोगों को टाइप. सो दैट हैपेंस ऑफ कोर्स. But yeah, that has happened. I agree. But
कोई आके पूछेगा hey where you from
इतनी गोरी नहीं हूँ मैं.
Akshay can you hear us
And I think I have a very typical Indian face. So yeah, mostly.
yeah Akshay's network is playing up. Actually, I it was this was gentlemen, this wasn't planned, and Akshay and Sulagna have been very very kind to give me the time and discuss about the film, which is their baby, which is very very passionate. They are very very passionate about it and very very close to their hearts. Sulagna, who is the actress who inspired you initially? Like कहीं पे वो secret desire तो आपको था, और वो ऐसी कौन सी एक्ट्रेस है या कौन सी फिल्म है जिसको देखने के बाद आपको लगा कि यार मेरे को भी पर्दे पे होना है भाई, एंड नाउ द ड्रीम हैज कम ट्रू, इट्स ऑल अबाउट मैनिफेस्टेशन एंड यू manifested it perhaps somewhere sometime in your life and it has come true. आपकी 70 पे फिल्म भी रिलीज हो गई है, लोग टिकट देके पैसे देके वो खरीदने के देखने जा रहे हैं, और वो मैं उम्मीद कर रहा हूँ वो और देखें. तो who was that one actor who really played an influential part in your life?
There was no one actor as such, because I always liked films. I always liked watching films. I enjoyed films. Did I think that one day I will be on a set surrounded by everything? No, I didn't, to be honest, because that's a very far away dream. Like, मतलब तब तो जब मैं आई, मैं पूरे स्टेट से ही कोई नहीं था, मतलब ऐसा था इस इंडस्ट्री में. फैमिली तो बहुत दूर की बात है. So there was, but yeah, there are many actresses that I look up to, that the way they perform, but I never thought कि मुझे ये बनना है, because I want to be me, right? I want to have my own journey, and to find myself as an actor, as a person, while I go through this journey. But ऐसा कोई एक एक्टर नहीं था कि मुझे यही बनना है. I used to love a lot of actresses who were from, again, Fauji background. वो inevitably हो ही जाता था. I used to love Preeti Zinta. And so
Yeah.
all that happens, and
But
and
mother is
next
also
off,
serving in the army right now.
yes, I know.
Colonel Dipankar Zinta.
फौजी सब खबर रखते हैं.
बल्कि वो पड़ोसी है मेरे, मैं गुड़गांव में एक AWHO का फ्लैट लिया है,
Oh,
एंड
lovely.
वहां
My
पे
parents
उनका
are in AWHO. My parents are also in AWHO right now. So yeah.
which place?
Noida.
अरे ओके इन ग्रेटर नोएडा वाला AWHO.
Sector 82. They've just shifted, so I'm not sure कौन सा वाला है. I think Greater
Right.
Noida वाले ही है ना. हाँ.
Right. That's amazing. AWHO is like good fun.
Yeah.
And सुपर्ब यार. आज की तारीख में यू आर इंस्पायरिंग मिलियंस. अभी कल को ये फिल्म इट्स गोइंग टू ग्रो ऑन पीपल. इसमें और धमाल मचाएगी ये फिल्म. इतनी मेरी पूरी दिल से दुआ है, एंड इट डिजर्व्स इट. It not for my love for Akshay and my likeness, my fondness, my friends who won this film. I genuinely mean it. कि ऐसी पिक्चर
Thank you.
बननी चाहिए. और again Akshay is back and
Yes, I'm back.
Yay! Thank God. Now we
Now
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you, not see you. हाँ, now we can hear you.
Now
चलो.
we can hear you.
Amazing.
Akshay, so tell
Oh, you can hear me? Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, very clearly. अभी आप फोन यूज
Wow.
कर रहे हो क्या?
नहीं,
Wow.
पहले भी फोन ही यूज कर रहा था, अभी किसी और का फोन यूज कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ, it's very
Okay.
clear.
अपने
the
छोटे भाई का
picture
फोन यूज कर.
हाँ, picture भी
Alright.
clear है.
Yeah. He's got the latest iPhone.
Yeah.
बोल रहे हैं. पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त, इसलिए.
हाँ
Right?
भाई.
So Akshay, so your entry into the film as an actor was the last
Yeah.
minute entry. You said it's nothing to do with the story of Sylvester Stallone and Rocky, how he cast himself and how he sold this film. It's got nothing to do with that kind of a story,
See,
right?
So it was not exactly like that. It was not that I made the film to launch myself as an actor. See, I always wanted to be a filmmaker as far as I remember. I mean, since childhood, I always wanted to be a filmmaker. So, and in every capacity. So I love writing the script as much as I love directing. Now I realize that I love directing as well, and now producing as well, and acting as well. So yeah. So it first and foremost, when I was writing the script, I was not visualizing myself in any of the roles. It was during the narrations that I started getting the feelers from my team. Okay, no, you are the best to play. I said, okay, fine. And since all the characters were there in my nerves, I was like, okay, I can play Dulal. And because he speaks very less, so I was like, वो stress नहीं रहेगा dialogues याद रखने के. But fortunately, मुझे सबके dialogues याद रहते थे. So, but I didn't want to take that stress कि यार ये take. So yeah, so I enjoyed playing that role because.
आपने मेरी मुंह की बात छीन ली. I was Akshay again gone. Bro, भाई ओहो इतना मजा आता है ना.
I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. Thank God. Actually, पता है,
Yeah.
I was a
No, actually there was a call.
I was a visiting faculty at Subhash Ghai Film School in Mumbai, Whistling Woods International. वहाँ पे मैं अपने acting students को बताया करता था, you should know everyone's lines by heart and you should know it backwards. कि रात के
Yeah.
2-2:30 बजे भी आपको आपको हैंड स्टैंड करने के लिए बोले और बोले कि अपने नहीं उस एक्टर की लाइन बताओ, आपको जबानी बैकवर्ड्स मालूम होनी चाहिए. And you said it, you spoke what I think as well, in fact. So अच्छा, अब आप मेरे को ये बताइए जी, this
हाँ
long
बोलिए.
wait, this long wait of a couple of years, in fact more than a couple of years, in fact, तो ये इंतजार कैसा रहा? I mean, obviously wait is not very pleasant sometimes the wait is pleasant, कई बार वो मीठा दर्द भी होता है इंतजार का, मगर ये वेट आपके लिए इंतजार कैसी रही?
बहुत डिफिकल्ट था. No two ways about it. It was very difficult, because I always wanted. I think I remember when we were about to leave for our first sked to shoot in Varanasi. I promised my whole team. I said, "Yeah, I don't know what will happen with the film, but I'll try and make a film that you guys are proud of. That you're proud of, that you're associated with this film." So luckily that happened. So obviously everything happens कि नहीं यार, because it was a dream to do a theatrical release of the film. It was difficult because we were not getting all that the kind of support, because people in the industry felt that it does not have big actors, but I know that I have big actors and very big stars in my film. And but yeah, the industry had a different way of looking at it, you know and I say, when I say stars, I mean the script, the actors, and even the crew member who were part of the film, you know but yeah, they had different. But I never gave up on that dream, though pandemic happened, and even in the first lockdown there were couple of offers to release the film on OTT. But people would call me crazy that why am I not giving away the film to OTT, because at that point of time there were a number of big films releasing on the OTT platforms. And my well-wishers, they would say, are you mad? When the big star films are not, they're not waiting for it to कब theater खुलेंगे, कब release करेंगे, you bugger, you made this small film and you're still waiting. I said, no, I want to do that, I want to do this. So yeah, I was mad and crazy enough. So I guess that craziness today, in the second pandemic, second lockdown, yeah, I was like kind of, there were I would not say couple of days, few hours that I would think, yeah, I think now I should give it away. But me and Bhunnishika, my wife, my partner, she would say, no, let's not give up on our dream. Let's just hold on to it. And because we had put in our own finances, at least we didn't have people, pointing guns at our head, return our money. So in that sense, we were relaxed. Okay, fine, it's our money. Okay, at least we are living that passion. So we will not give in to that thing. And then things started rolling after, since last few months. I would say last 4 5 months, we were like, no, let's go back and to our dream, and let's release the film in theaters. So yes, today we are happy. And when you say today, on this 15th of April, I'm very happy with the kind of response that the film is getting from the audience, from the critics. And I mean, every filmmaker craves for that, both even the reviews and also the audience reviews. So both the ways we are getting, we are being showered with a lot of love. There were a number of big filmmakers who had come at a screening the other day. And when I spoke to them, I because I'm still a student of cinema, I hardly know what cinema is. But so I was speaking to them, and I just throw one question, then I'm quiet for a few minutes because I really want to understand their point of view. But one thing was very common that came from everybody, that every actor has performed really well. The performances are like mind blowing. I was like, thank God. So that was one common compliment that the film got. And then the next thing was ki, yeah, obviously the narrative, with the way the film has been presented. So yeah, all these compliments, I slept peacefully after a very very long time. But that peacefully means few hours only, not the typical 7 or 6 hours. But I've slept peacefully because because yeah, releasing a film, that's a totally different ball game altogether. And it was very new for me. Creative things, okay, when you're writing your script, the things are in your control. When directing, the things are in your control. But when it's out in the market, when you're going to present it to the audience, but you would, I'm sure everybody would agree with that who know what the film promotion is. Like you're putting it 1.5 cr and putting it 25 cr, you really don't know. People, some would say, yeah, the film is good, but I think you put in more money. I said, but how and from where do I put in money in the film? But luckily, the mouth, I would say, the word of mouth is really good for the film.
Yeah.
So whatever, the collections you say, or the turnout in theaters, or footfall in theaters, Friday, the Saturday is much more than Friday. So I said, okay, fine. So yeah, we are happy now. So Lagna is also happy. I'm also happy.
पता है एवरी कल भी फुटफॉल जो टर्न आउट होगा कल भी और बढ़ेगी उसके अगले दिन और बढ़ेगी इट्स गोइंग टू मल्टीप्लाई यू टेक माय वर्ड फॉर इट एंड आई कैन गारंटी यू यू
Oh
रिमेंबर
my
जब
God.
ये फिल्म मैं की स्क्रीनिंग देखी थी आई केम एंड गिव यू अ हग आई टोल्ड यू अक्षय क्या बना दिया दोस्त क्या बना दिया एंड
No,
उसके बाद फिर गोवा
I
फिल्म
very well
फेस्टिवल में
remember. I totally remember that, and you had hugged me and you said, and you whispered in my ears. There was a reason why you whispered in my ears that this is the best film of the festival. You said that, and obviously why you said that, I'll put it off record. We'll talk about that. But yeah, so but that's very encouraging. You're rightly saying, the moment we were traveling to the festival, a lot of festivals, in India. I'm not talking about Melbourne or Sydney or Seattle or Hawaii. I'm talking about the typical in India, the festivals. In few festivals, they were like, this is a very unfestival film. And I said, what is unfestival film? They say, yeah, this is so entertaining that it's a whodunit thriller with a satirical comedy. Sometimes the audience is in splits. Like just a couple of days back, we saw that reaction again when there was this screening. So yes, it's entertaining, and we are very satisfied now, and hoping that yeah, more people come to see the film. And like you are saying that the number of people coming to see the film will multiply every day. Let's hope that.
इट विल पैंडेमिक में मेरी तीन चार पिक्चरें ओटीटी पे रिलीज हुई हैं ओटीटी पे आई थिंक यू हैव टेकन अ वेरी वाइज डिसीजन दीज आर बिग फिल्म लाइक हिमांशु धुलिया की फिल्म है यारा वो Z5 पे है with Vidyut Jamwal, Amit
Yeah,
Shah, Shruti Hassan, myself.
yeah,
We are the lead cast of that. And sadly, unfortunately, I feel
yeah.
bad. भाई अब कितने तकरीबन 2.5 साल से ऊपर हो गया है and I tell them कि भाई यारा फिल्म है Z5 पे लोगों को पता नहीं है many people unfortunately maybe I don't know उसकी मार्केटिंग कैसे करी ये वो सो फर्स्टली जो आपका नेटवर्क टूटा था व्हेन वी वर आस्किंग आपने ट्रेनिंग क्राफ्ट में कहां से ली थी अक्षय
तो मैं श्रीराम सेंटर फॉर परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स जो दिल्ली में है, मंडी हाउस में, सो वहाँ 2 साल का एक्टिंग डिप्लोमा होता है, मैंने वो किया था। तो वो
वाओ
इट्स अ थिएटर बेस्ड डिप्लोमा, जिसमें मतलब आप सब कुछ करते हो, मतलब एवरीथिंग रिलेटेड टू थिएटर यू लर्न। इट्स नॉट ओनली, इट्स कॉल्ड एक्टिंग का, बट यू लर्न एवरीथिंग। एंड आई स्टार्ट डूइंग प्लेज ऑफ द उनकी एसआरसी की रेपेट्री भी है, श्रीराम सेंटर की रेपेट्री भी है, तो रेपेट्री कंपनी के मैं प्लेस करता था इवन while being the student of the diploma school, because I think they liked me as an actor, so they would take me in all their plays. And finally,
राइट
when the got over, I got an offer from them कि why don't you join as a professional actor in repertory, but I was like, no, I booked my ticket for Mumbai. So yeah.
डू यू नो विश्वनाथ फ्रॉम दोस डेज व्हेन ही वाज अ स्टूडेंट एट एनएसडी एंड यू वर डूइंग थिएटर
No,
विद
no,
इन मंडी हाउस
I didn't know. No, I didn't know him then. We met on a set. Actually, there was a film that we did. So we met there and we really bonded well. Because and I knew he's a terrific actor. When I offered him this role, obviously he said yes, yeah, bhai, let's do it. But there were certain times where he would say कि when we were going to meet a probable financer or producer, he would say, don't tell me yaar, don't tell them that I am playing this role. And I was like, no, you are playing that, I am confident, I am going to take that call. you know so yes, he's a dear friend, and what an actor. What an actor. I mean, you see the way he has performed in the film. Hats off, hats off. I mean, everybody has performed. Khushbu, for that matter,
Yeah.
Khushbu, who
या
plays Bulbul, Pinky's elder sister, she is a fab actor. And the irony would say विडंबना है कि इतनी कमाल का टैलेंट उसको उस तरीके का काम जो वो डिजर्व करती है उसको नहीं मिला, जस्ट बिकॉज शी इज नॉट सो कॉल्ड फेयर स्किन, ब्यूटीफुल नहीं बोलूंगा बिकॉज शी इज वेरी ब्यूटीफुल. So
राइट
so every now, because I can say that because you have seen the film and you've seen the reaction to the film. everywhere, whether it was Canada or everywhere, I got this response because, the performances are really good. So that is, I mean, that's a very, very strong point of the film.
Right. You know, Vishwanath ko, I know when the time when he had joined NSD first year mein, as a student.
Okay.
And then, of course,
Okay.
subsequently in Bombay, we were neighbors, by the way, in the same colony, Bombay में. And I know, बड़ा sincere, बहुत ही dedicated, बहुत ही committed, बड़ा अच्छा actor है यार. एक actor का नाम पता नहीं मैं खुजा रहा था. I was trying to ask Lagna as well. He was in John Day, brother. John Day, Nasir साहब, Randy Bhuta के साथ. He was the pizza delivery boy in John Day. If you can help
Okay.
me with his
Okay.
name. आप, can you help me?
No, I've
आपके
not
friend है?
seen.
Okay. I think Pandey, some Pandey.
Okay. I'm
नहीं
sorry, I've not
पतला
seen the film.
से लंबे से.
पतले लंबे से.
I'm forgetting which
अभी
character
तो
he
मैं
had
ही
played.
अपने आप को मिरर में देख मतलब.
चलिए कोई नहीं. But all the actors I would like to say they are terrific in your film, and I really wish you guys a lot of success. दिल से दुआएं हैं भाई, दिल से. I mean, not because you're my friend, a very unbiased view. It is genuinely, the product is so good. And दोस्तों, and आप जाइए अभी बुकिंग कराइए. And could you just tell the viewers कहाँ पे Make My Show में है, कैसे, कहाँ पे के उन्होंने थिएटर पे लगी हुई है, how they can get it straight away. Can you just tell Akshay that?
See, सिंपल है, bookmyshow.com पे जाइए, आपको अपना पिंकी ब्यूटी पार्लर ढूंढेंगे, मिल जाएगी. आप क्लिक कीजिए, आपको सारे दिखे जाएंगे. आप जिस भी शहर में हैं, एंड होपफुली उस शहर में आपको मिल जाएगी. बट जितने भी मेट्रोज हैं, चाहे दिल्ली हो, मुंबई हो, यहाँ तो लगी है फिल्म. आप यूपी में चले जाएंगे तो लखनऊ है, वो बनारस में है, और इलाहाबाद में है, गाजीपुर में है, कानपुर में है, और
भुवनेश्वर में भी अच्छी मैंने बढ़िया
भुवनेश्वर में, हाँ, कोलकाता में है. कोलकाता में फिल्म लगी हुई है. So yes, it's there. I mean, people should go and watch the film because Sulagna keeps saying that कि हमारी फिल्म में 3 चीजें हैं, and that's obviously that very popular dialogue कि entertainment. तो हमारी फिल्म में वो चीज है. Cinema is to entertain, so, and we are there to entertain people. I'm sure people will have fun because the kind of response that we are getting is like very overwhelming.
मैं तो ये कह रहा हूँ, मैं तो ये भी नहीं कह रहा कि go and see the film. मैं तो ये कह रहा हूँ, अगर आपने फिल्म नहीं देखी है ना, तो नुकसान भैया आपका ही है. You don't know what you are missing out on. You'll be seriously. मैं तो ये कह रहा हूँ सबको. And go ahead, guys. Go and see it now, and you'll thank me. I want कि भाई आप दिल से कम मेरे भी इसमें अल्टीरियर मोटिव है. मैं चाहता हूँ कि भाई इसमें दुआएं आप लोगों की मेरे को भी लगे for recommending this film to you all. That's why. Akshay, thank you so much, and Sulagna, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful chatting up with you guys. आपके साथ गुफ्तगू में तकरीबन 1 घंटा कैसे निकल गया मुझे मालूम नहीं पड़ा बिल्कुल भी. मगर आई एम सो यू कैन इमेजिन, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, फिल्म कितनी अच्छी होगी. थैंक यू वेरी मच, एंड lots of love to both of you and to the entire team. Take care. Cheers. Jai Hind. Thanks, Sulagna. तगड़ा रहो.
Jai Hind.
तगड़ा रहो.
Jai.
I'll just go off air 1 sec. Just stay on.
Yeah.
1 sec. Just going off air in like